And this nigga literally jumped up to the ball when I shot it. What? We should've. What? These niggas is actually tryhards this time. Especially that Yao Ming nigga.
What do you guys have to say to each other about the little rep race going on between you two?
Just like Chalk said, he probably didn't even expect to be number one. I wouldn't even call it a rep race, to be honest.
How about you, Chalk?
As tough as this grind is, I can respect somebody who's doing it the right way because there's a lot of people out there who aren't.
What?
When we play inside in the rec,
These niggas is dogging us out.
for me it's more like game.
If you're still looking for tickets to any upcoming game,
This Yao Ming character can shoot. So the dunk gets you 4 points, but the shot only gets you right. A little bit.
wanted to let everyone watching around the world know that we've got the loudest fans in the NBA. Well, let's be here in 5-second giveaway.
Yeah.
Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail Blazers as they go up against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trail Blazers. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And as they... Fantastic as always, David. Thank you. Shea certainly had his ups and downs, Greg, along the way.
Well, ultimately, having to fight for a spot in this league may make him a better player. He's already been...
Every team wants that fast start, but when you really think about it, how important is that in the grand scheme of things?
Well, it depends on where you are. Like, let's think about Houston last year. With the injuries, you don't want to get to a slow start where you're fighting for home court advantage. So it's very important. And usually veteran teams know the first 2-3 weeks of the season is when you can sneak teams. And if you're a younger team and you understand that, wait a minute, it's all about attention to detail, focus, and playing hard, you can get some pretty nice upsets early because when for young teams, once the scouting report comes out and teams hone in on you, it might be a little bit more of a difficult season as the days go ahead. Yeah, watch out. He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip.
Gafford passes to Shea. A three-pointer off the mark. For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Oh, man, a reliable glue guy. Collins isn't just a skilled scorer. I mean, he's a rebounder, and he passes it well, too.
Chicago making some changes. Young's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Harrison comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Zach LaVine. And the 10th pick in 2017 out of Gonzaga, Zach Collins figures to be an important piece moving forward.
Just a huge demand for rim protectors who can also space the floor. But this 9'3" standing reach, are you kidding me? He's a presence inside. I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
Back to Shea to end the run. Count it. Shea's got 5 now.
And Nike, one of the giants in the shoe industry, and from what I've heard, they have signed Shea to be a member of their team. Big moment for that young man.
Are you kidding me? You better believe it, GA. And, you know, every young player always dreams of the moments like this when they sign with the shoe company. Big get for Nike. And I think, GA, a huge achievement for Shea. Shoots the three. Another miss by Shea.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Labissiere sends it back. Here's Lillard. It's a hand on it.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Down against Lillard. Pass to Harrison. Young with the ball. Shea outside. Paxson coming off the assist from Young. 8 points for Shea.
A nice rhythm on that play. Getting Shea a good look within the flow of the offense.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Trailblazers lead by 3 from the United Center in Chicago. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomed.
A lot of responsibility when things go bad.
Ends up going with the new group. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Portland. Rodney Hood comes in for Anthony Simons. The three, and Shea with the basket on the assist by Levine. Shea's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers.
And the Bulls last year, Kevin, had a lot of holes in their teams. They struggled on offense, on defense, and their lack of outside shooting is one of their bigger issues.
They've got Lowry Markkanen. Thomas Satoransky is out there with Shea. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Gafford in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. C-Webb, the Bulls last year, bottom 2 offense in the league.
Yeah, only slightly better than the Knicks. I mean, you know, Kevin, injuries hurt, and they had to suit up 22 different players last year. But overall, this team has a lot of work to do on the offensive end to improve.
Chicago shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Got it.
And he's good on the second. More star players changing teams. The word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
you know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But, again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line, and hopefully the players have some fun with it, and hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working to protect it.
Lillard dishes to Hood. Back to Lillard. Fires the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointers when there are better looks to be had inside.
Markkanen kicks to Shea. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And the deficit would be bigger if they hadn't been doing such a great job crashing the offensive glass this quarter.
Outside Hood. Out left to the wing. Tries a 3. Little can't hit.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
He gets that one. 18 points for Shea.
Well, it's been this way for most of the night. Shea displaying the
I didn't mean to call you.
offensive end.
Lillard against Satoransky. Now here's Lillard. Guarded closely. Clock at 6. Shoots. The offensive rebound. Anthony. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Kevin, thanks. Well, Che, in the first half, you did find your rhythm from outside the arc with 4 threes. How have you been so keyed in?
Hey, Jay, I've just been trying to...
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Harrison comes in for Ballantyne. Che's checked in for Levine, and it's White in for Satoransky. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Skal Labissière's checked in for Whiteside. Zach Collins comes in for Anthony. Little, he's checked in for Hood, and it's Simons in for Kent Bazemore. On the floor for Portland, Collins is out there with Little. Then there's Skal Labissière. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the shooting guard.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Simon. Good on the shot.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
Here's Simons, covered by Che. Simons, the pass to Lillard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get this one.
And Che gets it to go.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Lillard attacking. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lets it go from the wing. Again, Chicago.
Oh, that's just another day at the office for Che. Comfortable working that medium range area.
Lillard against White. Labissière up top. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball movement and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
That one goes in, and that's now 28 points for Che.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
Count that one.
I got an 83.
He's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
And no good that time. It's been